There are many benefits in understanding a personality type. So let's look at some of the basics for the INTJ within the MBTI personality. Now, only 2% of the population is an INTJ. 3.3% of men are INTJ, while 0.9% are female. The INTJ personality has original minds and a great drive to implement their ideas and achieve their goals. And they quickly see patterns in events, and they're able to really develop those long-range explanation and having a long-range perspective. And when they're committed, now remind you, they need to be committed, they are going to be able to organize a job and carry it through with near perfection. They're skeptical and independent. They have very high standards of competence for themselves and for others. Look at the INTJ. They have some wonderful characteristics. They are able to see things from a very global perspective and quickly relate it to any new and overall patterns. They trust their insightful connections regardless of authority or popular opinions. And a dull routine in particular, really smothers that creativity. They use their intuition primarily internally, though, and that's where they're going to develop those complex structures and pictures and patterns. They tend to be insightful, creative, and synthesizers. They're conceptual, long-range thinkers. They use their thinking to make their logical decisions, and they're going to assess everything with a critical eye, quickly identifying problems to solve, and especially they are going to be tough and decisive if a situation calls for that. They are clear and concise. They're rational, detached, and critical. They tend to be really long-range planners, and they often rise to positions of leadership in groups and organizations because they are independent. Now, there are some of the best and some of the stressed attributes for an INTJ. Where the INTJ, at their best, they have a clear vision of possibilities. And when you couple this with their drive and their vision, nothing is going to stop them. They love complex challenges, and they're readily going to synthesize any kind of complicated theoretical and abstract matters or information. And once they've created a general structure, they can devise strategies to organize and to achieve any of their goals. They have a global thinking capability, which leads them to be a visionary or have visionary goals, and they're able to give a broad plan to achieve those goals, especially within a large organization, a structure, or even within a family. They value knowledge, and they expect competence of themselves and others. When they are stressed, however, they tend to really become overwhelmed with ideas and possibilities, and everything seems really equally important to them. They have difficulty dealing with other people, especially other people's feelings. Feelings really drag them down, and they don't understand them. And they're also going to have difficulty seeing anything good in the past. Past achievements, celebrations, milestones. They have difficulty with people who are unwilling to have a vision or maybe don't even want to take risks, as well as people who do not want to get moving. So they become a little bit impatient. They get obsessed with unimportant things or details that may not matter at the time. And they may overindulge in a sensory pursuit, such as maybe they'll overeat or they drink, they might watch TV too much or exercise too much, they talk too much, socialize too much, whatever it is, but they're going to overindulge in a sensory occupation. And they also become preoccupied with irrelevant things, especially as it relates to an entire domain. Let's look at how other people see them. Other people see them as being calm and decisive and assured, and very much so in the face of the world. They may, although, find it very difficult to engage in conversation, so people might find them very introverted as well. They don't usually express their most valued part, which is their creative insights. Instead, what they show the most is going to be their logic, their plans, facts, data, opinions, and these they're going to be able to express very quickly and very expressly. They're going to be able also to really change the opinion of others sometimes. Generally, people are going to see an INTJ as being reserved, independent, private. Sometimes they even might be a little bit hard to get to know, and they also tend to be original and even conceptual.